What is going on, YouTube? Goofy Skating Lifestyle here, back at it again with another video. Today, got something a little different. I was helping someone out, clean out their, junk. Got a free skateboard. So this is a banana board. If you aren't familiar, if you couldn't tell, it is a board from the 70s. If you didn't know, now you know. So what we're gonna be doing is try to restore this thing so I can have some fun with it and then maybe sell it. We'll see. But it is ALS Industries from Torrance, California. That's what it says here on the truck. Yeah, you can see it right there. ALS Industries. Right here it says it's a freeformer. But this is what the boards looked like back in the 70s. I'm assuming this is probably late 70s. Maybe even maybe even late 60s. But we're gonna go out in the backyard, wash it off real well, and then yeah, we'll start taking off the trucks, cleaning up all the rust, and maybe throw some new bearings in there. I don't know, maybe try to revive those bearings. We'll see. I don't know. Let's go out in the back and we'll get started. Before we get started, these bearings will not move. So we'll probably throw some bearings that I have laying around. But got a bunch of dirt and debris. We're sitting outside, so we're gonna give her a good hose off. And we'll head back into the house and try to revive those bearings and clean up all the rust and try and shred it. Got socks on. Try and put shoes on. Guys down. Right here, the nasty old towel. Alright, guess I'm going to start by disassembling this thing. So these are flatheads, so I gotta get this flathead screwdriver. We're going to start by taking off the wheels though. Rusty. It's been sitting outside clearly for a very long time. I got the wheels to free up a bit, which is a good sign. Two wheels off. Well, it's good they spin. They're not solid. It was just my nut was on too tight. That's a good sign. These things off. Some extra bearings laying around. We'll see. We'll probably just replace them. I want to skate this thing a little bit. That one's stuck on there. right back. I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver and something to help pry on this. Alright. I'm back. There we go. Still use these bushings too. They don't look terrible. It doesn't look like it was probably not ridden that much. I would like to assume. Got it from a old lady that her house caught on fire. She was a hoarder and all that. She had it laying around. So she either had a kid that had it, or maybe even she had it for herself. But I asked her if I could have it, and she said I could have it. I was out there taking some metal from them nearby, and yeah, we're gonna have to probably also change out the hardware. This hardware is beat to shreds, man. Shreds, but it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be a fun board to ride around, just cruise around with, and have a good time, you know. There we go. Alright, maybe I'll just take them off from this side, since there's C's there. I'm gonna take them off and see what we're working with here. It's pretty cool to touch one of these boards. I've never touched one of these boards before. So, the fact that this is from the 70s, pretty cool. I mean, that's when my mom and dad were born, pretty much, in the early 70s. So this was their era, what they were riding, if they were to ride. But I don't know, I don't think my mom and dad ever rode a skateboard when they were younger. Really at all, actually. I think they were bikers. I don't know. But, yeah. Let's keep on tearing this thing apart. I'm not going to fast forward this. I was going to time lapse it originally, but I don't know. What's cool about these trucks, reminds me of the Grind Kings in a kind of, but not really. Only reason is you can slide these trucks back and forth like the Grind Kings, which is pretty cool. And we're going to take all this hardware and soak them in some brake clean or something, or some acetone, something. We'll soak them somewhere, and I'll take the, get a really wide, I have like a chisel that'll fit on that, probably something. Take those kingpins out of these trucks, and we'll let those soak in something as well. But the axles on these trucks look fairly well. They could use like a little bit of brake clean spray, but that's about it. I want to try and just revive everything on this board. I kind of want to keep the bearings that come with it as well. I think those bearings are also a little bigger than your original OG bearings. Maybe they're the same size. They look a little bigger for some reason. We'll see. I haven't gotten that far yet on this, so it could use another hose down, that's for sure. Inside under the trucks, there's some dirt and stuff sitting over the years. Realistically, I probably really don't have to do anything with these, but it would be nice to either get some new hardware for this at like Ace Hardware or something, or try and clean these up with a bristle brush and some acetone or alcohol, whatever I got laying around, and revive those things a little better, get them rolling better. But yeah, we're gonna go back outside and clean this board up a little more. And then once we clean up the board a little more, we can get started on, I guess, cleaning up the bolts and continuing to take the trucks off. I'm not going to worry about the wheels yet. We're going to still set those to the side. We put the nuts back on here. Probably might as well go ahead and get the power washer out for a quick second, but I don't really feel like putting the power washer on it. We'll just go out the front hose. The front hose is a little stronger. We'll go out there. This hose is a little bit stronger and leaks a little less out of there. Oh. Got mulch all over my socks. Alright. Put you guys down right here. And I'll spray this thing down. Yeah. This hose will be a little better. Oh yeah. Flash it on you guys too. It's alright. We got the waterproof camera. We don't gotta worry about that. Get wet. There we go. That soap? Soap on the board or something? Alright. Alright. I'll throw this out there in the sun for a second. Let it dry off. And we'll go back in the house and I guess I'll start working on the bolts and wheels and trucks and whatnot. I don't know. See you guys inside. I'm just gonna leave the bolts how they are. They're fine. They're not that rusty. They're just a little bit of surface rust on top. It's whatever. Let's go ahead and take these bearings out. The wheels. Oh. That's different. Big bearings. Is it one whole bearing? I guess we're gonna have to work on them and see if we can clean them up. And if not, I guess we're gonna just swap some wheels and bearings into it, I guess, if I have any. Or maybe order some. I don't have any, so maybe we could just put this all back together and once I try and clean the outer of them at least first, and maybe break them free. But I don't know. Doesn't seem too promising right now. Well, they're free now. Definitely free. Guess. Guess we'll just have to rock them how they are for now until if I decide to jump the gun on buying wheels and bearings for this, or wind up just, not doing anything about it. And if I come across something on Marketplace or something, I don't know, we'll see. Kind of just want to put it all back together now that I've got it all kind of cleaned up, and just try and ride the dang thing with you guys. Maybe that's what we're gonna do. I mean, I was gonna go full detail and clean, but I don't think there's much to clean, actually. So we're gonna throw this back together, just like how it is with you guys, and go and ride it outside. Just give it a good old spin. It was definitely ridden a little bit. I don't know how recently. They spin, so that's a good sign. Just friggin' ride it and see what happens. Still looks rideable. It doesn't look like a break on me. It shouldn't. Yeah, they're free up now. The bolts are on, nuts were on just too loose. Or sorry, too tight. Need to loosen them a little bit. Alright. Yeah, they're just on there too tight like that. Alright. Is that open? They're spinning, so free them up and then lube them up. Probably just what I'm going to do. Because it looks like these bearings, it looks like a one piece, like a really long, wide bearing. I don't know, something about it's weird. Looked in there, it looked like it never had like an opening to prime out. So, I don't know. I'm going to bring you guys out into the garage, throw some shoes on, and then we'll go for a little ride up the street and down the street, and yeah, that'll be the video. Alright, so it turns out, before I put these bolts back in, they're carriage bolts. So a carriage bolt is squared off at the top here, just before the head, and it goes in, and it's supposed to keep it from spinning up top. So that's why there's not Phillips, it's just a flat head. I guess for, I don't know what for, because they're square, it's squared off in there, so then the carriage bolt can sit on it, just like so. And you won't have to worry about your bolts moving, which is pretty cool actually. That's an interesting design there. So, let's go ahead and put this all back together. And at least attempt to ride it. If not, I'll see what else that I can clean or whatever, and we'll go from there. I mean, it's a really old board, so who knows, we might break it, we might not. Try not to break it. It'd be nice to try and revive it and then keep it rolling. It'd be kind of fun to, you know, chill out, cruise around sometimes, like I normally do with something else other than just a normal board. And I have a cruiser, I just don't have it set up right now. And I don't know, I just don't really like riding that cruiser. This one feels different to me, I don't know. Even then, I might not really ride this one. I don't really like riding cruisers in general or anything else other than like the one skateboard that I like to ride that I can do tricks on. Mainly for that reason. As I always wind up wanting to do tricks, even if I'm just rolling them around and get bored, and I'm like, you know, I want to ride like an actual skateboard, not a longboard or a cruiser. Because these are just cruiser wheels. Something about the feedback I get with the smaller, harder urethane wheels, it's just, it makes me happy. You know, just that noise, that, you know, the vibrations you get on your feet, it feels so much better than just a smooth ride on the board. It's like, it just doesn't feel like a skateboard. You know what I mean? Like a longboard, set of longboard wheels, I don't feel like I'm riding a skateboard. I feel like I'm on like a scooter or a set of inline skates. It just doesn't feel right, you know? It just feels kind of weird. I'm going to tighten these up and we'll go for a ride. I mean, it rolls. It don't roll smooth, but she rolls. Oh. See if we can get her to roll down the street all the way. Bat her up the street. It don't want to move. She don't want to move. Just gotta keep pushing, seeing if it'll free up. Alright, y'all are on the chest mount now, so here goes nothing. Be much easier. It doesn't want to move, but I mean, it's moving. It's very hesitant. You need to use a lot of power. Stop. Yeah, let me see. They're not freeing up really at all. This one is. The nuts are staying intact, which is good. So that means it's good to roll down the street, at least from what I'm seeing. Although those bearings might break on me, but we'll cross that bridge once that happens. It's fun. Yeah, gotta maybe put some new bearings in there or something, but it'd be a hell of a lot of fun to roll around with and just play around up and down my street when I feel like doing something in the rain or whatever. You know, when I want to skate really bad, but I can't skate because it's wet outside, or I don't know, don't feel like going anywhere. Or like 5 minutes before bed, hop on a board or something like that. But yeah, something new to post. Hope y'all are enjoying the content so far. And until the next time, as always, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And thanks for watching. Peace.